Hi, my name is Ellen and I'm going to talk to you about the Central Park development process. Central Park is located in Sydney, Australia, occupying 5.8 hectares at the southern end of Sydney CBD. It is positioned 400 metres from Central Station. It's known to be one of the largest urban renewal projects in the City of Sydney local government area. The zoning for the site is unrestricted mixed use. Local heritage items on the site were identified in the Council's Heritage Local Environmental Plan. The site was purchased by a Singapore-based company for $208 million in June 2007. The initial application commenced on the 9th of February 2007, obtaining approval for major plan modifications in February 2009. The site was previously used for industrial purposes as the Carlton and United Brewery site for over 150 years. In 1853, the original brewery burnt down, which was then rebuilt, with surrounding industrial developments quickly becoming residential. It was in 2005 that the brewery closed down forever, and in 2007 the site was bought by Fraser's Property. The initial plan is in 5 steps: master plan design and brief, design competition held by the Central Sydney Planning Committee, winning design LEP, lodge stage 1 and stage 2 of DA. The advantage of the development site is residents have a closer shopping centre and is open up to more job opportunities, meaning new workspace for 5,400 workers and up to 1,200 for construction jobs. Disadvantages of the development site are that it overshadows some of the surrounding units and the open space. Also, there is traffic increase for an extra 2,000 car spaces per day coming in and out. Community members worry that the development will become the next CBD, increasing traffic even further. It began in August 2003. Designs for the development were being reviewed by urban designers, urban planners and architects. CUB commenced community consultation on plans for the redevelopment of the site. December 2003, the design brief and guidelines were finalised and approved by Council. Design entries were placed on exhibition. The Conservation Management Plan approved in July 2005. The community had been advised about the development plans. It wasn't until September 2005 where the public got an inside scope for the proposed development. The City of Sydney had released a draft LEP and DCP as part of a business paper for Planning, Development and Transport Committee meeting, later amended by the CSPC. In December 2005, CSPC forwarded a draft LEP to the Director General of the Department of Planning seeking approval for public exhibition. In June 2023 and July 21st of 2006, the Minister started the redevelopment of the CUB site involving the adjoining of the lots on Kensington Street, Chippendale project to the EP&A Act 1979 Part 3A. Panel reports were submitted in August 2006. In August 2008, designs for buildings were well developed. In mid-2011, the project site was in the early construction stage. Creek and Fraser Group had submitted innovative plans addressing issues including public spaces and public benefits, for example $30 million of affordable housing in Redfern and Waterloo. A modified plan was approved in February 2009, which included a larger proportion of commercial floor space with 50% commercial retail and 50% residential, a bigger central public domain area with more services available to the community, and improved site sustainability, reducing traffic through basement car parking and reduced off-site parking. The New South Wales planning framework is overseen by the EP&A Regulation 2000 and the EP&A Act 1979. Part 3A of the EP&A Act 1979 is for major projects with state significance. It's claimed to be debated due to the fact it was introduced by Labor government in 2005 to fast-track major infrastructure projects. It allowed the state government to improve their infrastructure of environmental planning significance. The efficiency of the DA process was somewhat fair. In May 2006, the Minister wrote a letter to the City of Sydney raising concerns about how the City of Sydney is managing the CUB site. In June 2006, CSPC requested the Minister to use his high advantage in Part 3A in the EP&A Act 1979 to deal with the DA process. The project definitely relates to the surroundings. 70% of the people that reside there are not married and 40% are working as professionals. Others are students who are studying at the surrounding universities and are not long-term tenants of the apartments. Employment rates in the city are quite high, with 63% full-time and 24.8% part-time. Due to Part 3A of the EP&A Act 1979 taking control of the development site, the City of Sydney no longer had control of the planning and whether the public benefits are to be concluded or taken into consideration. Towards the end of the development process, the community's input couldn't have much influence in the final plans. This project was designed to benefit the community, developers, City of Sydney Council and the New South Wales Planning Department. However, during the process, the planning development seemed to do less to benefit the community. The community were notified about things. They were notified of 2,000 extra car spaces in a basement car park, increasing traffic congestion, also pedestrian congestion due to increased density. The development application was put out to the public through media and newspapers. Also, information was available online where they could find the master plan and images. I would recommend that there should be more community involvement with the planning of the development and what their opinions are. Community were given the option to have their opinion, but they were only given 32 days. It's recommended the community is given more time to respond to the proposed development. Due to such a little time frame, there were only 54 community members to respond out of 6,929, which they saw as a sign the community members didn't have an opinion about the proposal, so they moved forward with the development. Also, if they were to simplify the application, so it would be much simpler to read if they were not experts in the field. Some community members may not know how to interpret a DA application.